Hello and welcome to part 6 of Portal Brothers. Yes, I am still doing it, because now it's less annoying. I've already turned on infinite lives, because I had started recording before I had set things to actually work. And it kills you right away if you're not quick, which I don't know why it would do that. Basically it's Kaizo. Actually, I'm not sure if it ever did that in Kaizo. Oh, looks like you can walk in front of that. Which would have been possible by the game. It's not like you didn't walk in front of sprites in the original Super Mario Brothers. Is this solid at all? Yeah. Well, there's an example. Alright. Portals. Must remember the portal. Remember. Wait, we're going into the Lion King than Dune, which was my idea there. I don't know how to impersonate weird David Lynch directing, but nobody will understand what I mean, or understand the reference if I reference not just Dune, not just the book Dune, but the movie. Which everybody said sucked, but really, for a Dune movie, I think it did as well as it could have, because when you try to follow it, you end up with the mini-series with the terrible acting and completely missing the point entirely. Thoughts are in italics, guys. Pay attention to that. I'm sorry, how did the video about... how did a video about, like, a Mario game with portals get into movies based on Frank Herbert's Dune? That's the... Oh dear, the music doesn't loop well. Oh, that's weird. Have I not spent that much time in one of these levels? I'm going really slowly. That's a little actually probably more convenient because I'm just smaller now. I don't feel like playing right now, so I'm just gonna... Oh, well of course that's a bit inconvenient, but want to land on that. Oh, that's worrying. What? Dear. Okay, well if I'm standing next to one, it won't launch. That was just luck. Pretty sure that's how those go anyway. Really? Don't tell me I have to break through those. Where's Shell? Oh dear. And there's no back portal, really? Or back pipe thing? Really great. Yep. I mean, well, I don't see anything in there. It looks like it could be like a pipe. Complete random guess to actually think to... I mean, I guess at this point you know save your Koopas, but I don't know. And there's no real way for, like, me to actually know what... Anyway, so I would want to talk about E3 in this video, because I'm way behind as it is. Really? Because I'm way behind as it is when it comes to E3 discussing, considering, you know, how long ago was it? But, rather annoyingly, I have to talk about something else that's happened. John left Game Grumps. I have to talk about that later, because there's actually a lot to that, because there's a controversy. Well, there's probably no controversy, but... really? Okay, you can't get enough speed on that pipe. Slightly annoying, though, is the... Well, I've already mentioned how I don't like the WASD control scheme for like, Flash games. A lot of times it'll work, but for like something that controls sort of as heavy as Mario, it doesn't really work. Anyway, I can keep getting this one up. There's a thing in the original game where I might have mentioned this. I think it's like World 8-1, where there's a hidden block, and there's also a normal boots. I'm sorry, did I just, I'm very sorry for that. But yeah, but there's a hidden like block in the level. Oh dear, you can't do that in Mario. You can't like get a big jump off of Koopa shells. I think that started in the Lost Levels. Right, luckily I haven't actually used a portal to get here because I'm dumb, but dumbness pays off in the Mario universe anyway. Well, not usually, as of course. And I can't reach. Basically, I'm just dying a lot, but because of infinite lives, I mean, this is just, let's cheat. Granted, the one time I should have made it, didn't, but other than that, it's just me being impatient with the game. So I should never let's play a ROM hack, because I would just go into Lunar Magic, and like, which I did once, like, download it with the plan of figuring it out and actually making something with it, and then I didn't bother, which I tend to do a lot with a lot of things. Motorcycles exist. I don't know if you could hear that outside. At least I think it was. I'm listening to this with headphones, so it's slightly... Plus I'm talking. Shut up. Even though this is a Let's Play, so the entire point is not shutting up. Well, I suppose the entire point of Let's Play isn't not shutting up, because that's sort of double negative, in a way. But, still nicer to use this, because, I mean, the thing is, I was looking in a big, like, the window of the recording software. Making sure I have those closed. Of course, don't jump when I hit the key. But I was looking in, like, a big recording window, because I have to look at a low resolution even, for the game to even run. And I'm sure I've mentioned this, but basically... yeah, I was trying to, but then to give myself a bigger window just looking at the recording window, but that's slightly delayed. Not by much, but just enough so that before they updated it, there was sort of an infinite trail of things, and it was just a bit behind, and so you end up with this chain thing going on rather than just a bunch of repetition of the same one, because you could like get this infinite tunnel if you put the recording window, the window where it actually records, in the software window, the actual like Windows window, and the part where it displays where you're actually recording. I really suck, don't I? It'll sort of create this infinite chain. It used to do that, now it's just black in the second thing. But anyway, if you put your mouse in it and moved it around, it wouldn't just sort of be the same exact thing repeated, it would sort of be slightly delayed, which shows that there is sort of a delay in that window, which obviously there would have to be a little. But that's just enough to make things a lot harder. I'm still sucking, but I'd rather look in this tiny little window than have that slight delay, because that's sort of important to have some tight controls with Mario. Well, what you can have, it's not like you have much anyway. As I've made very clear throughout this LP, why all of these challenges sort of don't work. But, don't want to get into that again. I mean, I'm really just, this is just defending myself, really. This entire LP is just me defending myself of cheating the game. Good. Alright, get onto one of these, because it's gonna destroy the universe. Or by which I mean the blocks that I'm standing on, which is a bit less than the universe. Oh, I see. Oh dear, that's worrying, because now I have to... Oh no, I'm not even powered up. Great, and I bet there's no checkpoint. Which again, is probably where I'd lose my patience and add a checkpoint there. Because I want to do as much as I'm willing to, and so I'd be willing to get past this. I just want to have another chance at it. But there's no save states, and this basically is like a hard Mario ROM hack, but I have to do without save states. Let's see if there is a checkpoint. There is not, because the developers, or developer, because chances are it was, because it's a ROM, or not a ROM hack, it's a map pack of a game that was in itself made by one person that's derived from another game. Basically, a lot of things that spell that it probably was made by one game, but anyway, the developer is a jerk, apparently. And if you're watching this video, my point still stands. Dare I say that, knowing that the developer of this game won't watch this video. But then if he does, that'll be awkward. He very well might. These are very solid clouds, by the way, but that was the case of the original game. That's just video game logic in general, really. Rather irritatingly, I can't just stand there, because all those things are going around. Meanwhile, I have to still... You can't act quickly, because Mario controls slippery. I've already mentioned this several times. And you can't act quickly when you're using a control scheme completely different to that of the original Mario, and you don't play FPSs, so you're not even used to the WASD mouse control scheme. I mean, my PC is no way a gaming PC. So... yeah. Also, cake. Have I mentioned cake? Which also goes into Portal. I wonder if there was a reference going on there. Because references are always funny and never overused. You know it's bad when the creators of the game you're referencing are sick of that reference. Well, they still put it in Portal 2 anyway, but anyway. You know, I noticed my favorite word ever is anyway. I like to say it all the time. Not meaning to, not purposely just saying it a lot, just I say the word anyway a lot. Which then goes into like, ... which is an animation based on a review, based on an audio of a review of a Flash game. Which seems like the weirdest thing ever, and it's just a generic, badly written review that doesn't quite get the joke of the game that he's reviewing, but at the same time... And now I can just brute force this because... Oh wait, why didn't I just portal past them? Dear, I'm not thinking with portals. Well, because I don't want to use the portals earlier in that level, because then... Really? Really, you're gonna make me do this? I don't know. This is worrying to the greatest degree. Alright, he's gonna hop on that. And there's nothing I can really do with that. That's useless. What happens if you send a hammer, brother? He still throws hammers, and then kills himself with a hammer! That's brilliant! Yes, that is very useful. Alright, let's see if I can hop on top of this. Would have been a little easier with a controller, but I'm not using a controller. People still think... I mean, with FPS, this is the one thing where WASD, or first-person games, I guess, because Portal is also better with it, but first-person games are the only games that are better with WASD and the mouse. Also, did I talk about E3 at all? No. That's irritating. I just can't get my thoughts of E3 through, and I don't want to I can't record for much longer. And, well, I guess I could, but I don't feel like it. Yeah. So this is me complaining about this game, part 6. Thank you for watching, and hopefully, in Super Monkey Ball 2 bonus whatever, I'll actually talk about E3 like a month late at that point, but I'll do it. I better do it, and then I'm gonna talk about Game Grumps controversies, and by the time that happens... Oh, by the way, the CEO of Microsoft quit. Now he's at Zynga. Who also, no, I'm thinking of EA, actually. Well, I know Zynga was... There's something. They weren't voted, like, worst company in America, but they did something. And I was thinking of also one of the worst companies in America, but that's EA, not Microsoft, although... Had Microsoft not pulled back on their crazy Xbox One stuff, they would have been probably a contender this year to beat EA, which is fun. Or this upcoming year, obviously. Right, I've been talking on this single screen for too long. That looks annoying, but so does this entire game. So, thank you for watching, as I've already said, and goodbye.